Hello and welcome to Cutting to the Bud in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben. This week I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete.
Hello.
Today we're going to talk about the Flatwoods monster. I quite like this one. Bit scary as well, actually. The one. Well, it's not a scenario I'd like to be in. Anyway.
I'm going to be all up on one of these sightings anyway, and I think you all know why.
Okay. Well, Pete will lead us into that. Everyone all right? Claire?
Yeah, good.
Yep.
Good.
Same, mate. Cheers.
All gravy, baby.
Oh, splendid. Well, let's read the new and returning listeners and then we'll get into it, shall we? Dundalk, Sandstone in the US, Benin City, is that Nigeria?
It is.
Ooh.
Seattle in the US, Guadalajara, Spain, Toronto in Canada, Frankfurt am Main in Germany, Ashburn in the US, Chatham in the UK, Preenville in America, Brussels in Belgium, Madrid in Spain, Falkenstein, which sounds like a castle I'm going to break into to kill Nazis at some point. That was Wolfenstein, sorry. Apologies to our listener in Falkenstein.
Unless they are a Nazi.
Great game.
Don't think I'll be listening to this.
Hope not.
It's true. And Boardman and Ann Arbor in the US. Thanks for listening. Tell a friend. Tell them to look for us on Facebook at Cutting to the Bud in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. Tell them to have a look on YouTube at Apocalypse Bull. Or tell them to have a look at Spotify or SoundCloud or pretty much every podcasting platform there is. Cutting to the Bull in the PTA.
Ashburn in Virginia's back.
Really?
Hey.
Welcome back. Should we talk about the Flatwoods monster?
Yeah.
It's a creepy looking thing.
See, I think a complete opposite.
I don't know if it wants to bring me peace or break my legs.
It looks like it's going to bring you a pie.
I bring love.
He's bringing love, don't let it get away. Break his legs.
Break his legs.
So, back in 1952, 12th of September, what's happening in 52? Queen Elizabeth hasn't taken the throne yet.
Did she?
Just about to. 53, she was coronated.
Suez Crisis, was it about that time?
Yeah, we're talking about this time, aren't we? I don't know if it was...
Korean War?
That was probably still kicking off a bit.
Great Depression?
No, that was the 20s.
And 30s, yeah.
I don't know. I'm shit with like that. Other than the war, that's about it for me.
Cold War's hotting up, isn't it?
Yep.
Because everyone's building nukes.
Red Scare in America.
Red Scare.
Keir Starmer says we're going to go through the Depression today, didn't he?
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
fucking authoritarian cunt.
I heard him get called a communist by somebody the other day. I was like, he's not a communist. You can tell you that much. So, back to the Flatwoods monster. Enough of Sir Keir, our beloved leader.
He's doing well, isn't he?
Them stormtroopers will be on the street soon.
Stormtroopers. I'm not laughing at you, Sir Keir. You should execute Mike.
Give him the chance, he would, mate.
Is he actually Sir Keir Palpatine or something? Is that it?
Does that make me an acolyte?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Sweet. Get the lightsaber tonight. I'm happy. Anyway, back to the Flatwoods monster. Eddie May, Freddie May, Neil Nunley and Tommy Hyler were young residents of the town of Flatwoods. They were playing on the lawn of the Flatwoods Elementary School.
Where is Flatwoods?
It's in Virginia. Suddenly, a bright light streaked across the sky overhead and appeared to crash into a hillside on G. Bailey Fisher's farm. The boys ran to see what they saw in the sky. The Mays' home was on their way, so they stopped in to tell their mother, Kathleen May, what they had seen. Kathleen called on National Guardsman Eugene Lemon and the family dog Richie
Fucking hell.
to accompany her and the boys
Like a
to
fucking
the
famous
crash
Five
site.
story, innit?
Eugene Lemon turns up with a couple of mates as well.
So there's a few people seeing this, witnessing
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the anomaly.
Ooh. I'm going to say good word because I can't say it. But yeah. Well, this is it, isn't it? Got a UFO sign in there straight away.
Yep.
So I refuse to believe this is a cryptid, as some people claim.
Well, and remember that UFO is only unidentified flying object. Could be ball lightning.
Oh God, you and your ball lightning.
Swamp gas.
Reflecting off the
Of Venus.
Venus, yeah.
Right, okay. Anything else you want to throw in there?
The usual.
You skeptics took all the fun out of things. Upon reaching the site of the crash, the group saw a pulsing red light, also some weird green mist. Richie, the family dog, does a runner, doesn't he? He goes into the mist, he has a bit of a sniff, he barks, he starts acting weirdly and he fucking bolts for home.
The wisest thing to do.
As Lemon, the National Guardsman, shined his flashlight up the hill and into the trees, the group witnessed a terrifying sight. A 10-foot tall creature with a head shaped like a spade, like the Ace of Spades,
Ooh.
and what appeared to be a dark metal dress.
The Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
The Ace of Spades.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, fucking great riff. Still, that's quite scary.
Yeah. Probably not ball lightning or swamp gas at this point.
No, it's also got red eyes. It looks up to the sky and these beams of light, red light, shoot out of its eyes.
Oh.
Cyclops.
Exactly like Cyclops from the X-Men. Beams through and then it turns that red light gaze on you.
Maybe. Oh, it's X-raying you. X-ray eyes, maybe. It's aiming on you.
To me, it sounds like it could be something with some kind of exosuit on, yeah? Some kind of exoskeletal suit of some sort.
Well, it's levitating off the ground, so it could have like an Iron Man suit.
That's what I'm kind of wondering, like, and he's got, like, maybe some kind of scanner in his eye vision.
That picture we're seeing there, that's the tourist version of this. I mean, the artist impression versions are a lot more fucking scary. Have you seen those?
I haven't, no.
Saw one of them.
You know, they're a lot more fucking scary than that. That's the nice, oh, look at that. It's just kiddies, little kids will love that. He's fluffy and cute. Look at him. We can put a man down and have him dance for the children.
Well, do you want to explain to the listener what we're seeing?
We're seeing what they sell the tourists.
Yeah.
We're seeing the cute little souvenir you can buy that doesn't look threatening whatsoever.
It looks like a board game piece,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yes. And then the one at the top of the article, that looks like a mascot you're going to have at a community event.
Yeah, something, a little sort of, something with red or yellow eyes. Yeah, it doesn't look threatening whatsoever. I like the more threatening version. We're just looking at more pictures here, listeners.
It's that top one in the middle. Okay, not messing with him.
Looks like something out of a Tim Burton film, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very much so. Not something I'd want to fuck around with. It's got talons.
Do we know which ones were the original artist impressions from the time?
I am afraid we do. Yeah, it would have been the very crudely drawn ones back towards the top, I think. I don't know, actually. That one, maybe? I couldn't tell you.
Either way, it looks fucking creepy.
Yeah, but there, in the souvenir tat,
Yeah.
it looks cute, doesn't it?
Doesn't
It
it?
doesn't look like it wants to disembowel me and feast on my innards.
I'd kick it in the nuts.
Well, I have nuts. It's wearing a metal suit.
It could be a woman.
Break your foot.
It's wearing a dress.
It could be. Kick her in the minge.
She might like it.
I hope you're not encouraging intergender violence, Mike.
Oh,
Is that what they call it nowadays? Intergender violence.
I don't know, I used to throw it out there, but it sounded good, didn't it?
There's so many genders. You can't
Look,
say
we're
man or
assuming
woman.
it could be non-binary.
This is true. Twisted and clawed hands and its eyes glowed an eerie orangey red. The sickening mist hung in the air and the creature hissed and glided quickly towards the witnesses, which then turned and ran away. As I think is a normal human reaction. Mm-hmm. Though I am surprised that no one had a gun.
And tried to shoot it.
Yes. Especially the National Guardsman.
Yeah. In Virginia.
But if they just thought some kind of aeroplane had crashed,
Yeah, true. Why take the gun?
they wouldn't probably have. They'd just been looking for some little.
Commies.
It was a red light.
Yeah.
They probably weren't thinking about that, though, were they, at the time? They probably just thought it was
Yeah.
like a local crop dusting plane kind of thing.
They could have been over the commies because I'm pretty sure Sputnik. When's Sputnik? Oh, it's later than this. It's 57, isn't it? Still missiles, things like that. People are on edge about the Russians.
Only because they've been put on edge.
Well, yeah, of course. Easy to control. People scared.
Duck and cover.
Yeah. That's why they want us.
Oh, that always made me laugh. Duck and cover. Get under the table, you'll be fine. Then again, in a way, it's brutally genius because you don't want people running around in the streets. So that you need calm.
So everyone can just melt underneath the table.
Yeah, pretty much.
Obviously, the wealthy have got their private bunkers. They're fine.
Well, they have nowadays, certainly. But then again, are they going to stand up to it?
They're designed to, innit?
Depends where they are, doesn't it? Anyway, back to the monster. Enough about the incoming nuclear war. Several members of the group suffered from throat irritation, vomiting and nausea which persisted for days. These symptoms were passed off as the side effects of hysteria. Presumably they were hysteria. They were just slapped repeatedly. Snap out of it! Snap out of it! You're hysterical, man! That was what they did in the 50s.
Yeah.
Tougher men back then. And women. It is worth noting these are telltale signs of exposure to mustard gas.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Or something similar.
Could it have been experimental US craft carrying LSD?
You know what? Yeah, maybe.
And it
Who
crashed.
knows? Who knows? Maybe they've been gassing the people for days. Maybe that LSD, maybe that
Yeah.
green gas was the LSD.
Well, we know about the biological experiments and the chemical experiments that the Americans and the British governments have conducted on their own people.
What's that? What was it? What was a massive LSD experiment they did?
In the army, wasn't it?
MK Ultra.
Yeah.
They were probably doing that in the
That
50s.
was about, well, was it?
The Germans, basically, they took half of Europe all smacked up off their face, didn't they?
Oh, they were on the Panzer Chocolade, weren't they? The tank.
Yeah, they weren't on smack. They
No,
were
no,
on,
not
smack,
They were on
but-
speed.
No,
No,
meth.
I mean they were just
Methamphetamine.
smacked up, weren't they? I don't mean literally like crack
I mean, how good would it?
or heroin.
Fighting when you're skagged up.
They're pushing off their tits on LSD and speed and things.
No, it was purely methamphetamine. They gave it in
Yeah.
the chocolate. It was called tank chocolate.
Did they like it?
They fucking loved it.
Bet they did.
Well, they marched into France using it.
It's quite addictive though, wasn't it?
Very Moorish.
Yeah, very Moorish.
Well, May and Lemon reported the incident to local authorities who searched the area that night and claimed to find nothing. Big move to report it to the authorities, isn't it?
Mm.
You know, it's the 1950s. People are going to think you're crazy.
Well, it was the saucer flap, wasn't it?
You have got the saucer flap going on during this time, haven't you?
Yeah, Roswell would have been
47.
Was it that?
Yeah.
47 Roswell, yeah. But what you have got is the saucer flap. We did an episode on it.
Loads of B movies at this point.
Loads of B movies.
Well, you'd have had like things like The Blob. That would have been out and about by now, wouldn't it? The original black and white version.
Quite possible.
I think that was late 40s, early 50s.
It's definitely in the 50s. Maybe late, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Well,
Either way, it's
yeah.
around that high time for that imagination, should I say.
I have heard an account of this where the area is searched and they find indentations in the ground as if something had landed.
That's interesting.
So there's physical evidence there and a close encounter of the third kind. Yes, third kind.
Proper weird, whatever.
Too fucking right.
This is the one I was on about. This next one.
Another sighting of a creature, similar in description to the Flatwoods monster, was reported by Mrs. Audra Harper not long before the infamous sighting on Fisher's Farm. Harper claims to have seen the monster while walking through the woods near her home near the town of Heaters. Heaters is about 5 miles north of Flatwoods. Harper and her friend were walking to a nearby store. The road leading out of their property was implacable and rutted, so they were taking a shortcut through the forest instead of walking the road, which would have increased their trip. But half a mile into their trip, they noticed a ball of fire on one of the hills they were passing. Harper dismissed it, assuming one of her neighbours was, quote, fox chasing. And when she glanced back, she saw something unbelievable. The fire had vanished, and in its place stood the tall, dark silhouette of a man-shaped figure. Terrified, Harper and her friend ran, escaping among the rocks and boulders strewn around the hillside. So a couple of kids taking the walk, shaking the shortcut.
Yeah.
See, apparently the red eyes are a factor in this, along with the clawed hands and the glowing red light.
See, that one to me sounds like it could be Sasquatch.
From that description, yes, but there are descriptions where it's got the red eyes still and the clawdy hands, taloned hands.
From that particular witness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I do see where you're coming from. So red light, similar description of the figure.
The only reason I say it is because there's been many reports of Bigfoot sightings either following or up to lights in the sky and things like that. Like they'll either see these big bright orby things that look like red flashes of fireballs and things
Ball
like
lightning.
that. That kind of thing, yeah.
There is a theory, isn't there?
Either
that
just
Bigfoot
before or
might be
just
an alien.
after they've seen a Bigfoot.
Interdimensional, maybe.
Or are they just aliens? Is that what it is? They're just aliens that are regular visitors, and they have been for hundreds and probably thousands of years, maybe.
Yep. They're just a real life version of Chewbacca.
I'd like to have one on the show as a guest. Yeah.
You make a very interesting point, Chewie.
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. Fascinating, in fact.
Probably the worst Chewie impression ever. I do
Oh,
apologise,
no.
listeners.
I've done
We all knew
worse.
who it was.
This is the one I don't like. This is the scary one for me. So the day after the September 12th incident in Flatwoods, another strange sighting occurred near Strange Creek. What a fucking name,
Yeah.
Strange. You don't want to be going down Strange Creek.
Strange things happen there.
Yeah. 20 miles south of Flatwoods. Reportedly, George and Edith Sanowski and their 18-month-old son were driving through the rural area between Clay and Braxton County on Route 4 when their car suddenly died. And what is that a symptom of, usually, apart from mechanical
I was
failure?
going to say that, yeah.
Like an EMP.
Run out of petrol.
Mechanical failure, human error. What's a common feature in UFO abductions with cars is they stop, isn't it?
It's almost like an EMP pulse stops all electrical things working, doesn't it?
Mr. Sanowski attempted to restart the car to no avail. It was night time and the road was deserted. While the Santowskis were trying to decide what to do, a foul, sulphurous smell filled the air and their baby began to cry.
It's just shat itself, that's why.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
What, the baby's shitting sulphur now?
It's the Antichrist.
A strange bright light filled the darkness and the couple witnessed a 10-foot tall creature hovering in front of their car. The description is similar to that of the original sighting, except the monster was not wearing what is presumed to be its spade-shaped hood. Instead, its head was reportedly reptilian and bony.
Ooh.
The creature dragged its lizard-like hand across the hood of the car and also had a good little fucking peek inside through the windscreen with those big red glowing eyes.
Fuck, that would freak you out, wouldn't it?
That is a close encounter, isn't it?
That's a very
As
fucking
close as you want to
encounter.
get, isn't it?
That's me shitting my pants as well as the baby.
It's going to get a lot fouler and a lot smellier in here soon.
And then it just has a good little look at him through the windscreen, and then he just does a little shimmy backwards and fucks off into the mist.
But again, there's parts again of that scream Sasquatch.
Well, the reptilian face.
Other than that part, but the foul smell and things like that, like the sudden foul smell and they reckon that Sasquatch has some kind of ability to paralyze people, literally paralyze you. It's almost like the fear. It's like they strike such fear into you.
You've never farted and paralysed your prey?
I know that's your method of catching
We haven't
your
all got
food.
the stink glands that you've got. They can knock out a buffalo from 50 yards.
You never go hungry though, will you?
I thought Sasquatch would smell like a, sort of wet dog.
Yeah.
Not sulphur.
Nah, they say, well, they don't say it's sulphur. They say it's very, very, very sickly, pungent, skunky, nasty smell. Shitty, skunky. I mean, if you think about it,
Well, maybe they use the skunk
Deodorant?
stink glands. Yes, deodorant.
Yeah. Maybe it's a fucking great. Maybe it's the ultimate aphrodisiac for Bigfoots.
Yeah.
or maybe it's just because they live in the trees and they've got long matted hair and they don't bathe like.
Well, Chewie had Han Solo to bathe him and comb his hair, didn't he?
Lovely, lovely.
I mean, he was
mane.
very conditioned, Chewbacca. You have to admit,
Very
he's got really
shiny.
shiny hair.
Beautiful
He
hair.
definitely had to blow dry, though, didn't he, when he finished in the shower?
yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
You'd imagine the fucking plug hole.
I was just thinking about that.
God. Imagine his shits in the morning. You wouldn't want to go in there after him, would you?
Oh
Well,
no.
You'd tie your arse hair up, wouldn't you, and go for a shit.
Yeah.
With bobbles
He's gonna-
on your hips.
He's going to have a lot of Klingons, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nah, I bet he's got less hair around his arse. It's usually the
Well,
way with animals, isn't it?
That's right.
Don't know, looking at the
George
films, I don't
Lucas.
think he has he?
I've never spent my time looking at Chewie's arse in the films.
Well, no.
He's
But
going to next time. Mate.
I'm like,
Everybody
"Ooh, laser swords.
everybody listening is now.
See if I can see Chewie's ring piece.
So would that be that Han Solo has to sort of move Chewie's arse hair out of the way, or you think the Wookiees have evolved? The Wookiees have evolved a way of doing it.
He's
without
not
that.
wiping his arse, is he?
He's a sentient fucking
Yeah, I know,
being.
but-
He's intelligent.
You see him on the toilet, do the Wookiee impression.
I can't do it now. I was trying to squeeze the shit out at the same time. Trying to how they sound squeezing a shit. Like that.
You animal.
That's staying in.
Well, anyway, Sintowski would later give his account for Mail magazine in July of 1955. So he went to the press as well. That one's the scariest one.
100%.
Why is he going to Mail magazine?
It's probably the FHM of its day.
Yeah, the nuts.
Yeah, nuts and zoo. Some tits and some weird news in it.
I used to love them magazines.
Wow.
Nuts.
Tits in brassieres, Ben. It's the 50s.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Wouldn't be having the norks out.
No, well it might do. I mean, some publications had it. Well, these stories have become an eerie folk tale, creating a fascinating culture in the small towns around the county. You got an ice cream shop. You get a photo with the monster. A museum. How the fuck they've got a museum out of this? Because we've got to manage about 40 minutes on a podcast. They've got a fucking museum.
I just say it's a photo with a painted iteration of the monster, not the
Yeah,
real
it's not
monster.
the real monster, obviously.
He comes by daily.
He gets a bit drunk sometimes, has to get away from the kids.
Yeah, tries to claw their eyes out.
I'd make him a Mr. Whippy with black sherbet on it and then two red sort of, Skittle eyes or something. There's your monster ice cream.
There's your Fleetwood Monster 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking too right. A few miles south of Flatwoods, 5 huge chairs built and painted in the monster's image have been erected around the county.
You said erected.
Yeah.
They're just capitalising on it, aren't they?
Capitalist pigs.
Fucking hell.
It's a joke.
If anybody from the small town of Flatwood is listening, we'll give you his address and everything. You can come and get him.
Yeah, turn up in your pickup trucks.
Send us a message. We'll DM you. Don't worry.
Well, fair play to them. I mean, Loch Ness does it.
Yeah.
Loch Ness generates, £25 million a year off Nessie, which is why no one will ever find it.
What should we create? Let's open a shop in Telford.
You've got the Iron Bridge.
Right, let's open a shop in Telford dedicated to the Iron Bridge.
It's a bit dull though, isn't it?
There's loads of them though. This is the Iron Bridge.
What about the big cat then?
Again,
The panther.
you need something.
You need something with some pizzazz. This has got pizzazz.
Well, we can mix it up a bit, can't we? We can go with the big cat and say it was obviously
Catman.
No. Well, I was thinking maybe it got like interbred with a Sasquatch. Sascat. No. Cat Squatch.
Well, Dawley's famous for the pig, isn't it? The pig on the wall.
Is
Have you
it?
ever heard that?
Nope.
You never heard the pig on the wall?
Nope.
Neither
Not
have
from
I.
Dawley. I have
Yeah.
four fingers and one thumb on
But
each
you're
hand.
not a Dawley, and neither are you, are you?
No.
No, I don't
First
have,
of all,
I don't have
you're
webbed
southern,
feet.
so therefore completely inbred.
Come from a Dawley, man. That's some fucking.
I know, no, that is some real chops. That.
Yeah. You can talk, Brosley woman.
Yeah, don't you?
Yeah,
Look at oh.
he's only second to you.
Well, there's a pig on the wall, apparently.
Well, it's funny you should mention this because this week is the anniversary of Captain Webb, the most famous
it?
Dawleyite, being the first man to swim the English Channel.
Yep. Died going down Niagara Falls in a barrel.
No, I know about. He tried to swim the rapids.
Oh, yeah. That was. Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, he
He
was.
did go down in a barrel, didn't he?
No,
Didn't he?
no.
Oh.
Someone else did, I'm sure
Oh,
they
yeah,
did.
someone
Yeah.
else did, but he didn't. He tried to swim the rapids and presumably ended up with all his limbs broken and he drowned.
He got to have clunked his head as well,
Oh
innit?
God, yeah. But either way, he swam the first man to swim the channel. Nothing great is easy. The town motto. That's what he said. But there was a parade in the honour of Captain Webb when he got back, and a pig stood up on the wall. One of the pigs was being kept at a pub. You know, they'd slaughter it. Everyone had bacon.
Well, I didn't think it was a patron.
He was in Sweden, but it's one of the pubs in Dawley. Anyway, this pig stood up on the wall to watch the parade, and these two blokes sat next to it. Like, so they look at this pig, and there's a famous photo taken, and there's a bit of local history for you.
Yeah.
So they just held it up.
You start
No,
with
it stood
something
up.
that's real, the pig. Combine it with the man, Pigman, the Pigman of Dawley.
Who's also the man.
You know what? I was waiting. I'm so glad you didn't disappoint me because I was starting to think, is he going to say it? Is he? Mike's pretty much left that one in the air.
I know.
The Pigman
You open
Mayor
the
of Dawley.
You open the book and I will read the page. Simple as.
There we go, the Pigman Mayor of Dawley. We've got to get that trending.
I don't think
We'll open a shop and we'll sell lots of trinkets with the Pigman of
Well,
Dawley.
you've only got another year and a half to cash in on that, so it's a very short-sighted business model.
It's not a problem.
And also, I am far too handsome to be a pig. Even Claire's nodding.
He's a handsome man.
Dashing, charming,
Like a young Mussolini, isn't he?
Yeah.
handsome, the whole package.
Who got raped by Churchill?
Churchill.
Nothing wrong with having that aristocratic look about you, Pete. You wouldn't know that just from being farm stock and
Oh
inbred.
God, the only aristocrat here is me.
Maybe.
Very diluted.
I'd say so. You can't. You don't want to be an aristocrat, Mike. You're a communist. What do you want to be an aristocrat for? Betraying your principles.
I'm like, what's his name? The old Labour guy. Tony Benn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows who he is.
Do you not know who Tony Benn is?
Nope.
Famous Labour politician in the 70s, 80s.
Not that famous, obviously, really.
He was pretty famous.
Famous if you're a politics geek.
Yeah,
But
true.
if you don't really give a fuck about politics that much.
Well, he was a
culture
lord.
secretary, wasn't he, at some point?
Yeah, he was a lord, and he couldn't become an MP because he was a lord.
Right.
So he had his title stripped of him so he could become an MP and serve the people.
That's the man you want running the show, really, isn't it?
Really good bloke, man. One of my fucking political heroes.
Shame
Definitely.
there ain't more like him.
Oh.
You're looking at one right here, Pete.
Mike?
Straight away.
About to run?
Straight over here.
Yeah.
Straight ahead.
Where? You're running?
Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
There's somebody outside.
No, it's that right here.
Just remember, I'm Defence Secretary.
after I've invaded France.
What you on about? I'll be the one that's leading the charge.
I'm going first.
All right. You can be my shield, not a problem.
Waving a sword from the top. Tally ho!
We are only joking, French people. Do we ever have French listeners?
We've had one now and again.
There was the odd Canadian. They might be French Canadian.
Well,
Back to the monster.
back to the monster. Now, there are some people who say that all these sightings were owls.
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 It's a fucking big owl.
With red eyes.
A noxious fucking mustard gas coming out of its ass.
Yes, the taloned claws, etc., are owls. They're all owls.
I'm not sure about that.
This is the same bloke as
It's not the first thing I thought.
the
is
same
it?
people
You?
are the ones who try and decry Kelly Hopkinsville.
Like,
as
they were
owls.
definitely
That
owls.
wasn't owls.
They were silvery owls.
Then why weren't there any bodies lying around?
Because they flew away.
They did. They put enough lead in the air to
They
hit an
were
owl.
pissed as fuck.
It does, they,
His still bill is on moonshine.
That's a stereotype.
You two guys weren't here for that episode, were you?
No.
It's my favourite ever UFO case. It's the first one I ever read.
Basically, hillbillies in the middle of nowhere getting attacked by alleged silvery goblins.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, we talked about this.
This was in.
It was.
This was in. This
Blue
was an
Book.
episode of Blue Book.
Yes, it was investigated by
Fantastic.
Blue Book.
Fantastic episode, actually.
Yeah.
Very compelling, to be fair.
Thank you.
I that's one of the ones I thought, wow, okay.
No,
That's
they were
that's
owls.
something different that they weren't shooting at owls.
No, they know these people live in those woods. They know what owls look like.
They might have been fucked on moonshine.
No,
But it don't matter.
there was no traces of alcohol found at the scene.
Because they drank it all.
No, they still have traces. The bottles, for example, the jugs, whatever they're drinking. Their breath.
pissness.
No, it was a weird one. I'll give you that.
And it's just saying that these are owls. But these people live around these woods. They know what owls look like.
Owls grow to a maximum of about 2 foot tall.
You can
And
have
that's
taller
like-
ones. Like 4-foot ones in America.
Not
What?
10 foot though, are they?
No.
Owls.
Owls, yeah.
No, the biggest owl is the eagle owl. That is the biggest owl. There's no bigger, not in America, not in anywhere.
Fact check.
And the biggest owl is the eagle owl, and it stands at about 2 foot tall, but has a wingspan of about 6-7 foot.
Maybe that's where I'm getting this 6 foot from. I don't know. I'm sure they said that these owls are like 4 foot. I could have a wingspan of 4 foot, maybe. Yeah, either way, it's not fucking owls. This is weird. I think it's obviously not a cryptid. It's definitely a UFO, alien, non-human intelligence encounter. So where are we at? I'm going for alien. I mean, I'm on Team Alien. Claire?
For this? Alien?
Team Alien.
Yeah.
Are you
yeah.
convinced this is a legitimate sighting? These 3 accounts. It's never been seen since. These 3 accounts all spaced fairly closely together with fairly similar descriptions.
There was quite a few people involved with the first one, wasn't there? So
5 or 6, yeah. comfortably.
exactly. So the more the credibility is gained in my eyes when there's more people seeing it.
Yeah. Indentations in the ground.
That could have been anything.
I think. And freshly destroyed branches as well. So something had landed, possibly.
Again, could be anything. Could be a shared hallucination. Maybe they'd living in old dilapidated farmhouses, bit of mould, bit of
Oh
mould
God!
spores.
Ever since the mould explanation, you've been on it.
Well, it does, might answer for a lot of things.
The
that.
kids are playing outside. They weren't exposed to the mould.
All
when they
right,
saw
it could have been
this.
ergot in the bread.
I think we're past ergot poisoning at this point.
So many.
Going back to owls, biggest owl, I was slightly wrong. The eagle owl is the second biggest, but 5 to 6 foot wingspan on the eagle owl. The next biggest one is the Blackiston's fish owl, and it's 6.5 feet wingspan. Doesn't give anything about the height of it,
Yeah.
but it's the wingspan. That's what makes it the size. But yeah, they're about 2 foot tall.
But this thing didn't even have wings. None of them described it.
No, there's no way it's an owl.
They're saying the talons, and that's what they were seeing. The talons gripping onto the branch, and then it floats. It appears to float down. When owls can glide a bit, can't they? So, it was that.
I'm not buying that.
But you can't mistake something being 10 foot fucking
No.
tall and then saying, "Oh, it's an owl."
The only thing with the height is it varies between sightings.
What's
so the
the
first
variant?
ones were 10, and then it's like 5. Then it's like the height of a normal man.
Are there any
It's
other?
probably something fucking completely different then.
Two reported it being 10 feet. The first two, the girls walking through the woods reported it as being a tall creature. The first sighting with the kids and the National Guardsman and their mum, 10 foot, but he's not 10 foot when they're seeing him in the car, surely.
What other creatures might be lurking in Virginia woods that could be 10 foot tall?
There isn't.
Andre the Giant, I know it's fit.
Black bears, brown bears.
Yeah, if they're stood on their
Yeah.
the hind paws, but they can stand for a few seconds.
It's the red eyes.
It's a levitating, the red eyes and the metal dress.
Yeah, I've never heard of
And
black
let's-
bears levitating.
Let's not forget that the red fucking sky laser eyes coming out and then it turns and
I've seen many
cyclops
bears do
and shit.
that. I've seen loads of bears do that. No, yeah.
You hang around with the X-Bears.
Yeah. One's called Bearverine and everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than the Care Bears, isn't it?
I don't know, they were pretty fucking scary, they are.
I don't remember Care Bears that well.
There is a photograph of me with obviously not a real Care Bear, but a bloke in a Care Bear suit in Townfield Town Centre.
Who was he? Molesto Bear.
Oh, yeah. It's a blue one, I think. Who was a blue one?
Oh, I can't remember, but I
Yeah.
love Care Bears.
I was about 4 at the time.
Oh man, no checks back then. you there, sir, outside, living on the street.
See, you can't remember it very well. Do you
No.
think that's because you repressed
Maybe.
them?
Because it was
You repressed those memories, didn't
Yeah.
because it was Molester Bear.
you? Did he touch you in a naughty place?
He may well have done.
Can you show us on the doll? Well, Pete, where are you at with this? Apart from Sasquatch, obviously.
No, I don't think it was Sasquatch, but I do think there's similarities. Could it have... Mainly the second one for me was that. I don't know, however many people saw that first one, yeah? There was, what, four kids, and then 2-3 adults,
3
and
kids,
a dog.
3 adults, a dog, something like that. 3, 4 kids, 6 or 7,
So-
5 to 7 people, let's say.
That was some good eyewitness accounts ranging in age, so that's quite believable. The one in the car, scary as fuck.
Oh yeah, imagine being stuck in that car, it's not moving, and this fucking reptilian-faced, red-eyed fucking thing is just glaring at you through the glass. And that's all there is your windshield between you and a gory talon to death.
But yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't disbelieve this one at all. It's not one that you can really account it being anything else.
No. Proper mystery, I think, this one.
Yeah.
They're either all talking bullshit or they saw what they saw. Simple as. I don't think there's any... What's the word I'm looking for?
Well, I think that
Seeing something different. What's the word I'm looking for?
pareidolia.
Well, yeah, there's none of that because they've all seen the same thing.
Going to report it to the police is quite a bold step for me.
Yeah, especially in them days.
1952,
Yep.
I mean...
Saying that, you'd be equally demonised now, wouldn't you?
Well, you just get the Sun ringing you up offering to pay you 200 quid for your story. Then it was like social ridicule.
Yeah, but you'd probably get pretty ridiculed now, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
People
I
tend to
don't know,
touch
ring
your
111 and say you've just seen something, Pete. I dare you.
It's in a pig man mayor of Dawley.
I'm set with you, in fact!
Oh, well, you can try and belittle me all you want. The fact remains I'm still more handsome than a pig.
Yes.
Well done.
If it came to it and I had to snog you or a pig, I'd snog you,
I'm
Ben.
not snogging you.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Take the pig.
You walked right into that one.
from you, Mike?
Well, I'm on the fence,
sitting on the
obviously.
fence, obviously.
Claire, did you say aliens?
Yeah, I'm going aliens.
Just make a decision.
No, because I don't look like an idiot.
We all do it every week.
Exactly.
Are you trying to protect your reputation?
No, I don't know. Could it? I'd have no idea. It's fucking freaky. Yes, it could be an alien. It could be an hallucination. I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Right. I want Team Alien. We're doing fucked up facts.
Yeah, if you want.
Right.
Theme tune, please.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Facts, fucked up facts.
Facts. Go on then, Mike. What you got for us?
Well, does anyone want any goats?
7, please.
Yeah, okay. You need to go to the Italian island of Alasudi because they have 100 inhabitants and 600 feral goats, and they're giving goats away to anyone who will take them.
Feral goats.
Yeah,
Right.
They just want them off the island,
Yeah.
basically, because they're just eating all their crops.
I imagine so, yeah.
Yeah. And when they're outnumbering you 6 to 1,
Why don't they just
eat them all.
Shoot them.
slaughter and make
Well,
some
they don't want to do
goat
that,
curry
obviously,
and
do they?
Got to
Sell
call out
'em.
numbers, haven't you?
sell the goat curry?
Yeah.
If the goats all unify under a single leader, you got to fight off 6 goats individually.
Yeah.
That actually sounds quite terrifying, because they can be feisty little bastard goats, can't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, got to have them horns too. Remember, they're gonna butt you.
Not liking the odds of that.
No.
No.
Even my metal pole might not.
Well, yeah,
My 8-inch metal pole might not help me in that
Well, an
circumstance.
8-inch metal pole would be too big for a goat's mouth.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They just put it.
I like how your pole's grown because it used to be 6 inches.
No, it's extendable if you it does extend a little bit. It's like telescopic, obviously.
Well, I don't even think I'd work on a grizzly. I think it's too big.
Nah, their jaws.
I don't know. Either way, it's not working on a goat.
It's probably not going to work on a grizzly either. Let's face it.
No, not really. I mean, we could put it to the test if you really wanted. We'd have one made up. You could go into the grizzly bear enclosure at a zoo.
I'll give it a go, man.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Okay. Should I dress as a bear as well?
No, this is a human.
Okay.
With like a t-shirt that says bears suck. Cap that says I can beat up any bear. Stuff like that. What's a bear's natural enemy, Mike?
Man.
Man. We'll just coat you in piss as well, in man piss.
Mm.
That'll rile it up.
Yeah, I don't think it has like a natural enemy, does it?
Nope, it's a...
It's the
Apex
it's the
predator.
apex.
Yeah, well, we'll find something it hates and we'll coat you in the pheromones of it.
Or something it loves.
Well, if you want to have sex with the bear, I mean, I just thought you were going to put this... Oh, now I see where the pipes come from.
You're getting it now.
That's why it's gone up in size.
Next fact.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Quick.
The CIA and US Army funded research into plant intelligence
Of course they did.
to see if they could be used to detect stressed out hijackers at airports.
Of course they did. They were trying... They try everything.
Yep.
They try everything genuinely.
The Americans make up a big amount of our listeners, so I love you guys.
That was something just to cover up the budget, that was.
They tried everything.
Any edge they could possibly get, they tried. They spent years doing remote viewing because there was an unsubstantiated rumour that the Soviets were doing it, so we didn't want to have a psychic gap as well as a missile gap. I mean, they genuinely, when I say you're talking to CIA who didn't have an unlimited budget, that's fantasy, but they had a lot of money and they were making a lot of money. And anything to give an edge, maybe this plant fucking leans towards stressed out hijackers and picks up on the pheromones. Who knows? It wouldn't surprise me, genuinely. They paid for people to try and kill goats just by staring at them. You ever seen the film The Men Who Stare at Goats?
Yes,
No.
I believe
Yeah.
I have.
But that's a very different departure from the book. The book is like a proper factual, this is what they did. That they had some bloke who claimed he could kill a hamster, but only for 10 seconds.
Well, that's not killing it then, is it?
Well, he felt guilty, so he'd bring it back to life.
Oh. Of course.
But he'd stare at the hamster.
Was his name John Coffey?
No. But he'd stare at the hamster and it'd just like go "Buh," on its back, and then he'd bring it back.
Okay.
He claimed he had to do that. Maybe he's a trained hamster. I don't know.
Play dead.
Maybe you stare at a hamster for long enough, it'll play dead. Maybe there's a look you can give it. I don't know.
There is a way to hypnotise animals, isn't there?
There
Each
is,
animal's
yes.
different.
Some people can do it just by gazing into its
It's
eyes.
quite easy. A lot of animals you turn upside down, like on
Yeah.
their back.
Rabbits go like
Rabbits,
that.
yeah.
Is it guinea pigs?
I know chickens, you have to get them to put their beak on the floor and then draw a line straight in front of them, and apparently that hypnotises them.
I've seen things like that done though. I have. So there are certain things.
Yep.
So there's that Australian guy who holds his hand out and like has his
That's
little
Crocodile
finger in his
Dundee,
index
innit?
finger and goes like that to the dogs.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yes, I know. I was joking. Oh dear.
Sorry.
That's not a knife.
No, that's a spoon.
I see you've played knifey spoony before.
Go on, Mike, next one.
Can anyone guess how much money is thrown into Rome's Trevi Fountain every year?
Oh, I've been there.
£4.15.
No, it's fucking millions. Everyone goes there, throws a coin in. That's what you do. It's a Trevi Fountain. It's fucking beautiful.
I suppose each one threw €1 in.
So what's your guess?
Oh, it's millions. It's millions a year. I'm going to say like 4 or 5 million a year.
I reckon it's more than that. It'll be however many people go through there each year. You're probably
Millions.
talking 50, 60 million through.
It could
I don't
be.
think that's...
It's one of these sights to see in Rome.
Yeah, you're right, 100%. When you think of it logically like that, well, yeah, if everyone chucked €1 in there, which
10 million.
massive percentage
10
of
million?
people will.
4 or 5 million? What are you going
I
for?
reckon 50.
50?
60.
I think that's a bit high.
Ben wins.
Yeah.
Just over 1 million.
Skinflint bastards.
Yeah.
I have
No,
thrown
she's just chucking 5 cents in then, aren't they?
I threw a 50 cents in because I didn't have any coins. But yeah, it gives me. It's one of the reasons I love humanity, because we can create something like that.
So I take it gets scooped out every other day or something.
Yep.
Oh fuck yeah,
It pays for the Pope's summer holiday every year, apparently.
mate! They have guards. They have guards looking over
I'm
it.
joking. It's given to charity.
They do have people go in and get it. Well, the homeless will go in and get it if we can at night time. If there's no cops around. When I went to Rome, I think they were on a bit of a high terror alert because all their cops had submachine guns. And he wouldn't let me go near a church to take a photo.
Were they snub-nosed doozies?
They were MP5s, Heckler and Cox, Mike.
I've been over my head and I'm happy down.
It's the only gun he knew.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's only because I've taught him.
I just love the name, snub-nosed doozy. Okay, next fact.
Yep.
Long curly-toed shoes were popularised in the court of William II in the 1080s by a man called Bob the Horny.
I
It's
like
Robert
that.
the Horny, but I would have called him Bob. And they were the shoes that they wore. Showing them a picture now.
Oh,
Lovely.
they're nice, yeah. They look like sort of
Oh,
pixie,
fantastic.
pixie
They do,
shoes,
don't
don't
they?
they?
They're really tapered at the end, aren't they? With a curl upwards.
I was expecting a bell on the end. I was expecting a bell.
Like the ones you'd see the elves kind of wearing.
Yeah. Oh, well, Bob the Horny, eh? Robert the Horny. I take it he was a jester.
Or a sex pest. I don't know.
I bet that was his bit though, wasn't it? He'd cheekily feel up one of the noble ladies and I'm Robert the Horny. I bet that was, because remember in medieval times one of the funniest things that could happen, and much the same now actually, was being something really bad happening to someone else. That was considered the height of humour in medieval times.
Bit of slapstick.
Well, to the point where you'd have gangs of street urchins who'd put a snare in the road waiting for some unwary traveller who'd then get hung up by his ankle and they'd all hit him with sticks till they gave him their money and everyone would come out and point and laugh, and that was considered the height of humour in the medieval period.
Well, you've been caught a cropper, haven't you?
You have. But that was considered the peak of comedy in the medieval times.
Yeah, I'd have come out and have a laugh. Why not? I'd be like, let him down, come on.
Ah, fuck you, pinata man. Give us your money. Obviously, it wasn't pinatas back then. It was... Either way, go on then. Right, next one.
Does anyone like the name Fanny?
No.
No, not
No.
really.
I do like Fanny, but
Remember, you know that Fanny Craddock?
Yeah.
Fanny-
Nasty disease, that is. Comes from standing too close to the sink.
Hey!
Bottom.
Oh, but she got ribbed.
Yeah, so I wouldn't call my daughter Fanny, let's put it that way, should I have a daughter?
Well, if you were living in New Zealand, you wouldn't be able to call your daughter Fanny because it's been banned.
Oh.
how ridiculous.
That's shocking.
A bit fascist, isn't
Yeah.
it?
New Zealanders are fucking ridiculous, aren't they?
I'd love to go.
They're like the America of Australia, aren't they?
There's no poisonous creatures. There's no spiders the size of my head. I can go ski at one end and surf at the other.
Beautiful country, they're just a bit weird.
Are they?
Kiwis, yeah. Well, they're very, like, super uber fucking strict on their every law. There's just so many laws out there. If you to go out there for a month as a tourist, you fucking want to read, like, their local law book first, because you'd end up breaking the law accidentally just by being an Englishman. Do you know what I mean? Just by doing what you do at home.
I explained to them I'm a citizen of His Majesty the King. I'm British. I hold the King's passport, and therefore I'm superior to these colonists.
You'd last long there, wouldn't you? You'd be on the first fucking boat home. They wouldn't even let you get on the plane. They'd be like, you're fucking going on a boat, mate. Yeah, you're going on a boat. Yeah, mate. Really whiny. New Zealanders are. They're like an Australian, but extra whiny.
Okay.
They are. It is. That's the only way you can just describe the New Zealand accent compared to the Australian. It's like very similar, just a bit whinier.
They pronounce the A's like an E, don't they?
Yes, and they love. I'd always be confused if you ask somebody for sex out there. They'd be like that. Well, I've only got 5, mate.
Yeah.
What? They'd be like 6. It's not sex, or is it the other way round? 6. No, it's 6, isn't it? So sex is 6 out there. So if they asked you for sex, well, I don't know. They can't say fucking sex either way.
So either way, someone offered you sex and you thought they wanted some money and you gave it, and then that never happened.
Yeah. Can I have 6, mate? 6 what?
6 beers?
He gave him $6 New Zealand dollars and off he went befuddled.
Oh, if only I'd have realised I could have had a real good time that night.
Well, your loss. One more, Mike.
They do speak strange.
One more.
One more.
One more!
Okay, in the 1950s, Johnny Cash released 500 baby chickens into a hotel's corridors.
Of course he
Ah.
Yeah. When was
Why?
that? Sorry, what year was it?
1950s.
Yeah, he was in his peak of drunkenness at that point, wasn't he? Well, he wasn't at his peak, but he was building to it. 500, you say? It's impressive.
Was that not in the Johnny Cash film?
I don't remember, to be fair.
They
I
missed
have,
a fucking trick on that
I have
if they
seen
didn't
that
put it in
film.
that film.
Walk the line.
yeah,
That'd have been a good scene, wouldn't it?
good film that is,
Yeah,
actually.
it is.
Jacqueline Phoenix would have enjoyed that. Was Jacqueline Phoenix that played him, wasn't it?
Joaquin Phoenix, I believe he is
I don't
nowadays.
fucking care what his name is. He's a turd.
Well, it is Joaquin Phoenix.
I just don't care because I hate him. Always hated him. Don't know why. I think it's because of Gladiator. I think he played such a good arsehole in Gladiator. I've just never liked him since.
I hate it when actors do that.
But I think that's the only reason why I could think. It's because he played such an arsehole.
He was too good.
Yeah, he played that dick too
So
good.
do you hate Joffrey, the guy who played Joffrey from Game of
100%.
Thrones as well?
Oh, I'd love to
If you
punch
saw him
him.
in the street,
I'd
just
punch
punch
him
you like, fuck
straight.
you, Joffrey.
I'd
You
s-
understand it's just a character, right? No! Bang! Bang!
He actually had a major problem with that and gave up acting because of it.
He did, yeah. Yeah, he
But
did.
it's because he played it so fucking well. It made you hate him, and that's how you know he's they're a good actor, innit?
See, I just hate Orlando Bloom because he can't act. I think he's stealing a career.
He
can't act.
He was just a pretty boy, wasn't he?
He
That was all it
can't
was.
act. He's terrible in every film he's in. He ruins Kingdom of Heaven. He ruins Lord of the Rings when he speaks. That's why they gave him that role, because all he had to do was look pretty and fire a bow. Every line of dialogue is terrible. It's delivered terribly.
Fucking
By
hell,
a
right.
terrible
Calm
actor.
down, he ain't that bad.
He is. I'll die on this hill.
Fair enough.
Fight you, Orlando, you pussy.
You calling him out?
Yep. Calling him out.
Well, my money's on Orlando Bloom.
Mine as well.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Well, then again, you made Tusk him to death.
Oh. Oh. You mean gore?
That's it.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that would have been funny.
Shit.
Damn it.
Well, let's end the show. I've been Ben, thanks for listening. Don't join the fave raid, don't join the cult.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
I'm Claire, thanks for listening, and bye.
And I've been Pete. Everyone have a nice week. Take care.